Hey everyone, Value Add Mike here today to discuss the number one step that most systems forget to have. For those who don't know, my name is Value Add Mike Taravella, and me and my business partners have closed over $65 million in commercial real estate, specifically in the multifamily sector. And today I wanted to share the number one step that a lot of people forget to add when building out their systems. And that one step is reviewing and auditing that the work is getting done. So I think when you build a virtual assistant and you finally get that team operating and working together, I think it's very easy to delegate that task out and make sure the task is not, or to delegate the task out and not check and see if it's actually getting done. And so when I build out my systems through Slab, Asana, etc., for every task that there's a preparing step, so for example, when my virtual assistant prepares our weekly KPI doc, I add a step to review the weekly KPI document. And it sounds super easy when you're running and gunning and you're like, yeah, of course you're going to look at that document. But sometimes you forget. You only have so much brain power that you can remember everything, and it's impossible. So I always have, for every step that there's a prepare, there's a review. And that's just making sure we have all those channels for every single task. And about once a week, I verify and do a spot check. For example, when I'm looking at deals or when I'm looking at our underwriting or our marketing KPIs, I verify that I do a spot check on our deals to make sure that they're properly getting recorded, they're properly getting updated, our deal machine is working. And same with the marketing, is making sure we're posting on time, making sure we're uploading, making sure we're doing it the correct way. So make sure not only when you delegate those tasks, you just kick it to your team member or a system, but make sure you're spending some time on a weekly or monthly basis, depending on the task, to make sure that job is getting done and done correctly. And then that way you can provide positive feedback to you and your team member, and the machine continues to grow. So if you got any value from this video or the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you got any value, please click on the links below to make sure you're following our investor updates and our other social medias. And until then, we'll see you next week.